going on, guys? I'm back with another video on Let's Talk Tuesdays. And today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to start your very own fitness journey. But first, if you haven't seen my previous video about what I learned from 2018, be sure to check that out. Also give this video a like, share, subscribe, and let's get started. The first step to starting your own fitness journey or getting in shape is to know your reason. You need to have a specific goal and vision in mind in order to realistically make any change. All the way up to when I was in 7th grade, I was like extremely insecure about my body. I mean, I wasn't exactly the leanest guy around. And what made it even worse is that I was on 2 swim teams. And one of those swim teams was a boys and girls team, which means I spent a lot of time shirtless around girls. You can probably understand my predicament. To add insult to injury, a whole bunch of the guys on the team, they were naturally lean and muscular. They could eat whatever they want and still look great. So eventually I decided I had enough, that I needed to do whatever it took to get in shape. Winter came around, I went around the neighborhood and was shoveling snow with my friends, and I earned enough money to buy Insanity, which was a great workout program that I used to get into good shape in about 2 months. Not promoting, by the way, but you know. As time passed, people started noticing that my body was changing. Eventually, I reached my goal of becoming leaner and having a good amount of muscle on my body, at least for a 13-year-old. I kept on exercising and the rest is history. I was real proud of the accomplishments that I made. But of course, there were some issues that I faced along the way. No one ever told me that I was supposed to be eating more. I kind of just figured, eat less, work out a lot more, and I'd be fine. Which technically is right, but is technically extremely wrong. You see, since athletes burn a lot more calories, they have to eat more in order to compensate for that. No one ever told me that. I know that until Although my grandma did tell me, so I guess technically someone told me, but I definitely did research after she told me, so there's that. You suck. But it don't just mean you gotta be eating anything. You have to be eating nutrient-dense foods, not junk. I'd recommend downloading an app called Chronometer, which not only is amazing for tracking calories, but it actually tells you how much nutrients you're getting. It tells you the amount of protein, calcium, zinc, iron, a whole bunch of stuff that I honestly didn't even know was a thing until I actually got the app. Because not all calories are equal. After all, 1,000 calories of cake and ice cream and cookies is different from 1,000 calories of natural whole foods. One fills you up and makes you a lot stronger, and the other is kind of just there. Because, yes. All in all, find out how many calories you need to be eating based on your height, weight, and activity level, and look up different styles of training to help you reach your specific goals. General rule of thumb, high intensity interval training in the morning, fasted, because typically when you exercise, your body uses what you ate throughout the day as its energy. But when you haven't eaten anything, it goes straight for your body fat. Then you should eat something, and then later on, you do your strength training, whether it be weights, calisthenics, or even both, which is honestly the best way to go. You also need to be doing exercises that incorporate multiple muscle groups at once. This forces your body to have to work a lot harder, thus making you burn a lot more calories. Some examples are burpees, working your legs, core, arms, and do some push-ups. Pull-ups, working your back, your arms, bit of core, but mainly back and arms. Dumbbell squats, or barbell squats, working your back, or maybe arms, and your legs, and your core. Find things that work your whole body at once. But remember, this is a generalization. You'll need to make some adjustments based on your own fitness goals. And explaining that would be a whole process and would need its own video, so next time. Look, I'm gonna be honest, this is the most annoying part about getting in shape. You see, not all of us are born with super fast metabolism and we can just eat whatever we want, do like 1 push-up and be done exercising for the year and still look like Chris Hemsworth. Side note, just because you have a fast metabolism now doesn't mean you're always gonna have a fast metabolism. You need to be practicing your good eating habits now, so that way when you're an adult and your metabolism slows down, you already know how to eat healthy, so you don't have to make such a huge change in doing a whole bunch of research in this. You already know what to do. Now, personally, I've been a vegetarian now for almost like 4 months, and eventually I plan on going vegan. Eating like this, it works for me. I haven't lost any strength or muscle after doing this. If you know how to plan it right, being a vegetarian or a vegan can work. I don't believe everyone needs to be a strict vegetarian or vegan in order to be healthy. This is ridiculous. I don't believe everyone needs to be a vegan or a vegetarian in order to be healthy. I'm a firm believer in trying different things, experimenting, and seeing what ultimately works for you. But whatever you choose to eat, I'd recommend having a plant-based diet, meaning eating more vegetables, fruits, beans, lentils, grains, and if you want to eat meat, dairy, and eggs, you can have some, but have it sparingly. That's what I believe, and that's what works for me. But here are some foods that, no matter what, pretty much everyone can agree is unhealthy. That's your processed foods, your candy, cereal, fruit juice, soda, white bread. Let's take fruit juice for example. A lot of us, we assume, well, it comes from fruit. Fruit is healthy, therefore fruit juice is healthy. And you would be right if not for the fact that most of the fiber, vitamins, minerals, and pretty much everything that makes fruit healthy, pretty much all that is just taken out and replaced with sugar. You're pretty much left with just sugar water. In short, keep it simple. Keep it natural. Eat your veggies, get your good healthy fats like avocados, certain nut butters, things like that. Eating raw fruits straight from the source, grains, beans, lentils. And if you want to eat meat, I'd say stick to chicken and fish. You know, don't be afraid to season up your food. You just need to make sure you keep it light with the salt and keep the butter and stuff to a minimum. That's it. As far as beverages go, you know, water, tea, almond milk. Also get some lemon water. Good for cleansing the body, great for hydration. And you know, it tastes good. So there's that. And now, you've set your goal, you've done all the research, cleaned up your eating, you started exercising more. Here's what it ultimately comes down to. Now, I briefly touched on this in my previous video. 2018, from a fitness standpoint, was not my year at all. And what I meant by that was the fact that I was very inconsistent with my training and my nutrition. I would often have a solid 2 weeks of just working out like crazy, eating really healthy food, all of that. But then something would happen and then I would just stop exercising for like a good maybe month or so. Kind of depended on what's going on. And, you know, all that would just go right out the window. For me, this was a very huge deal because, like, you know, eating right and exercising on the regular, that's been a big part of my life from 7th grade. And I'm a freshman in college now. Think about where you were in 7th grade and think about how you were after your senior year of high school. That's a big part of, like, the important stuff in your life. After having something like that be a part of my life for so long, when I stopped being as consistent, it was like I was becoming a completely different person. I lived in denial and kept telling myself, oh, I'd be fine. I lacked discipline and consistency. So when 2019 came, I decided that no matter what's going on, I'm gonna make sure to stay on top of my health. And that's the most important part about all of this. Because you can do all the planning, the researching, the goal setting, you could do all of that. But if you're not actually taking that leap and actually putting those goals into actions, all of that meant nothing. Whatever your circumstances are or whatever responsibilities you have, you've got to make the decision to get up and make a difference, to exercise 5-6 days a week, to eat healthier, to stop putting convenience and comfortability above everything else. Stop living in denial and telling yourself that nothing bad will ever happen to you, because you don't know that. Start taking action today. Heck, take baby steps. Even if every single morning you go for a walk, or before you go to sleep, you know, bust out 20 push-ups, 20 squats. You know, you just gotta make an effort. That's the most important thing. Stop putting comfortability and convenience above everything else. And on that note, I'd like to thank everyone for watching another video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna start posting my workout videos on Thursdays as opposed to Wednesdays. So stay tuned for that. I got a high intensity interval training exercise that you guys can start. Do that in the morning, or even before you do your strength training, or even after you do your strength training, just to give yourself a little extra push. Stay tuned for more content. See ya.